Hello guys, welcome to our Azure Learning YouTube channel. In this video, we're gonna see why startup companies supposed to use this cloud and what are all the advantages they're gonna get. That's what we're gonna see in this video. In the today's competitive world, Azure helps startups to grow with their right tools. And also in this presentation, I'm gonna cover how Azure Cloud Solution helps to startups do scale easily, and also how they are saving more cost in the issue. This is what literally today we're gonna see. And then the flexibility. Okay, so whenever we're gonna discuss about scalability, for example, to understand the scalability, I'll give you an example. Um, One of my client wants to have a server, so that I'm gonna set up one hardware to him. I'm gonna set up one server to him. Okay, so after a few days, he just expecting more hardware into the server. So in that particular time, I'm gonna increase the hardware capacity for him. This is something called scalability. I can increase the hardware and also I can decrease the hardware. Whenever I need hardware, I'm gonna provisioning to him. Whenever my client need a hardware, I'm gonna give the respective hardware to him. If he don't want, I'm gonna delete it. Okay, so flexibility also would comes under the same factor. If my client company suddenly became loss, or something happened to his company, so that he wanted to drop his ideas and he wanted to drop all the resources, everything means I'm gonna do that for him, and he gonna pay in the basis of what he used. Correct. So this is something called flexibility. Whenever we need, we're gonna create resource over there. Whenever we wanted to apply new changes, we can do it over there. And if he don't want that anything means, we can delete it, and then we're gonna pay it accordingly. This was the advantage. And then yeah, so just before I said, right, it's more cost effective. See, if my client gonna set up the same thing in on-prem infrastructure. In on-prem infrastructure means that people should take over the internet, and then the network connectivity, hardware replacement, and then the application deployment. Like this, people should manage entire stuff, entire thing. My client need to handle it. If my client gonna deploy everything, configure everything in on-prem means. But in cloud, these people gonna set up the infra based on his need, and also after his need is once his need got completed, he gonna delete that resources or something, and he gonna pay it accordingly. This was the biggest advantage here, so that most of the startup companies supposed to use this cloud. And then security features, here they are providing strongest security features, and also that helps to keep their startup companies resource as safe. Okay, so for example, one of my startup company had a database. Generally, in database, we would keep the processed information which comes from the web server. So there users data are there. Okay, users information. So we are the responsible person to keep our users data as safe. So we can apply the encryption, and also we can allow the inbound access to few IPs. Like we have to take some security things, and we can also apply some security features also to our resources. So that's the biggest advantage. No need to go anywhere, or no need to apply any third-party security tools. Here itself, built-in security tools are there. We can directly utilize it. And then um, global reach. Okay, global reach. See, Azure only had 60 plus regions in the worldwide, around 200 data centers they had. Okay, so for example, if my startup company located in US, East US, okay, so there they figured out they are getting more billings. So for that, they supposed to configure their servers, configure their resources in India. Okay, in India also they had a data center. So in India itself, we can create it. So based on their need, they can set up the resource anywhere in the world. Okay, so not only this case, for example, one of the company supposed to um, set up the same infra in another location. There are, for example, in India, that particular company exposed their application. So they just wanted to scale up their business. So they wanted to expose the same application in East to us. Yes, obviously they can create one more server on that particular location and then they can expose it. So if you are expecting more resource setup across the region, that also we can do it here. And DR setup also available. If anything gonna happen to the primary region resource, that one would affect the target region. That one would create the target region. So like more advantages are there in the regions factor. Okay. And also which improves the user's experience. Okay. Then and also here existing tools are the existing tools like mobile app notification, Azure Logic apps, DevOps, and Azure Functions. Like many existing tools are there. Those tools and all we can integrate it in our projects. Okay, based on our need. For example, if I just wanted to distribute notifications to my student's mobile number, I'm gonna use the mobile hub. Okay, no, sorry, Azure Notification Hub, and also Azure Logic app I'm gonna use to do some automation activities. Azure Runbook also. Like various existing tools are there, we can utilize it over there. Okay. And then and also here itself, mini AI and then machine learning and then analytic tools are there. They are not only providing this AI and then machine learning analytic tool, they are also focusing on IoT related services also we can get it here, and also blockchain technologies. You can you can shine your career in any field, but any field which is related to IT, but you supposed to use those services, correct? So those are literally available inside. So that's the biggest advantage here. So these are all the advantages. And then support team. Okay, generally, if we are going to discuss about the support team, here if you get an issue, for example, billing you got suddenly, you faced more billing, and then if you faced any resource got failed or something happened from Azure side or from your side, you can connect with their support team. They will guide you what you have to do for that. And if you are expecting any negotiation in your billing, that also they would provide it. Okay, if you are going to frequently access the Azure means they would give some negotiation also. That also you can connect you that also you can get it with the Azure support team. Okay, and that's it for this video, guys. And in this video, we just discussed about the scalability and then how it's cost effective and how they are providing the security. This all we discussed. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. And also one more thing I need to share. In this video description, I'll add the WhatsApp group link. So in that WhatsApp group link, we're gonna post the job recruitments and then the interview support stuff and then tech notes. This all we're gonna share it inside. So join it over there. That would makes helpful. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next part. Thank you, everyone. Bye.